Okay, children, this is going to be a breakdown of how to do the isometric view that you see here with this Lego Duplo. I'm going to go ahead and put it onto the isometric graph paper. I'm going to start by just my lane thickness, but I'm going to start with this line right here. Now, the height of this cube is 3/4 of an inch. At 8 inches per, or I'm sorry, 8 cubes per inch, it's going to be 6 cubes tall. It's the same exact scale that I was using on my orthographic graph paper. Please note that this is now isometric graph paper. It doesn't just have horizontal and vertical, but now it also has these lines here going up at 30 degrees. So I'm going to undo what I just started and I'm going to explain. I'm going to go ahead now and add this line and this line. The lines represented there are going to be 10 blocks long because they're 1 1/4 inches. So I'm going to count carefully: 3, 6, 9, 10, and 3, 6, 9, 10. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add these. These are also heights, so those would be 6 blocks high. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw these 4 lines in, which are all 10 blocks long. And it's nice. I have kind of a guide. I'll just connect those tops. I apologize. My default goes off a little bit difficult. I'll go up here to that line. I'll X out of that. And here. Okay, so this is how I see this genuine box shape. It's kind of difficult here now to go ahead and add my tops here. So I see they're going to be ovals. The location is difficult with something like this in an isometric, but it's not impossible. I'm going to go show you how I would guide it. I'm going to make a couple of yellow pen lines here to help me out here. First is the center of that oval. The center of that oval, if I go to the top orthographic view, I'd see that the center of my oval is going to be 2.5 blocks in from each side. And then it extends out to where it would touch those 4 dots that I'm making. So I'm going to have an oval. That would be the bottom of it, and then it's going to project up about 1 1/3 blocks, which would represent the height there of that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drag an oval out and try to size one. I'm going to make it a little bit better line thickness. And then I'm going to guesstimate what I have here, and then I'll manipulate it. So I'm going to select and drag that over there. And all right, so I'm going to put it on there, and then I'll try to drag it out to meet the parameters. And that's not too shabby, actually. You can see I pretty much meet the parameters of touching those. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do much better. Centered around there, certainly has an oval shape, which is what I'm looking for there. So I'm going to go ahead and call that good. I'm going to make a copy of that and put that. I know that's going to exist somewhere up there. How far up? I'm going to need to draw a couple lines to help me determine that. The lines need to be the length or the height of this here. So what is the height of that stud? I could go to my front view and I'd see that's approximately 1.3 blocks or so. So I'll go from the farthest edges of my oval down here, and I'll go up what I perceive to be 1.3 blocks. And I'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to want to go to the same height. And then I'm going to drag, I don't want to drag my isometric graph paper, but rather this oval that I copied. and set it on there about like that. So that's close, but now in real life I wouldn't see this bottom oval. I would only see the part that's in front. So I'll go to a pen and use a white and just try to kind of erase. You can see I can get rid of that mark, so let's see, I wouldn't be seeing that. Again, this is where this program's not really meant to do this, but it's I think a good program to kind of take you through how to make an old school drawing. It's not going to be absolutely perfect by any means, but get rid of some of this here. I think you can get the general idea of how I represented a stud coming out of the top of that. I would then have I'm going to copy this one and hit. I would come in there and shrink this a little bit and see what I can do. Not placing that in there, maybe make it a little smaller yet. Ooh, that's pretty good, if you ask me. I don't know that I'm going to do much better in this program, but that would represent this here. Now I can just carefully place these around, and I might run into a problem on the edges and have to erase a little bit. We'll see. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come over here and click, and then I'll hit Shift to click on the rest, and then I'll copy and paste. You can see that didn't go real well. Rather, I'm going to pause and start back. Okay, so I'm back, and I've placed this relatively carefully. I came to... Yes, sir.
I was wondering, so I cut out all the things I need for
Mm-hmm.
my
Yep.
thing. What should I do with
Yeah, recycling. Okay, sorry I was distracted there, guys. I apologize. With it paused, I went ahead and laid this on there. Now, some things that I have to do to clean it up. Number one, this line would not be visible behind the stud, so I'm going to have to go through and really clean up that line. I believe that the easiest way would be literally just to go like that and then adjust these in carefully, trying to stay on that line, and you can see that wouldn't be. So again, now this one will be shorten that all the way back here. I know the line it's on, and then by controlling and Ving, I can guarantee the same angle. It's just a matter of doing that. So that cleans it up and gives that appearance that it's behind. Now these four studs, I want you to notice some things that really do a fine job of location. I'll do it here in a different color, but if you look here along these lines, those pegs are lined up along that. We are one block in all the way around. We are 4 blocks in on that side and what would be on that side, but those are laid out precisely. They're not drawn on there randomly, but even it's not the best view. The best view to see the top would be this right here, but short of that, I'm still represented clearly that it goes here. So this is what a isometric would look like. This is the front side here. That's the front. This would be the right side, and that would be the top. This is a traditional isometric. I'm also going to do an isometric of the bottom of it because it's so complex on the bottom with the fins and the center peg that it would be very useful. Again, notice that there are 0 hidden lines. You don't include those on the isometric. This is just a picture there to help me get an overall gauge. Thank you.